Bet. Can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So, have either of you guys heard of Seneca?
No.
No.
Okay. Well,
I think
basically,
you talked about it briefly one time, though.
yeah. I have. I bring up Stoicism a lot. Habib, do you know what Stoicism is?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Perfect. Salim, what's up, my boy?
Yeah, what's good?
Bro, how are you, bro?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's a Sunday. I want to sleep.
Oh my god.
That would.
Bro, look at Habib. He's like, bro, say. Oh my god, bro. Bet. What you gonna call it? How are you, Salim? Just tell me how are you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad. This is our new member, Habib. Habib, this is Salim. Everyone here is actually in the Nova area. Some are in Fairfax, some are here in Manassas. So yeah, I don't know. Salim, Habib, Salim. Perfect. So we were just diving into the topic, like literally right now, and I was just talking about Seneca. Salim, do you know who Seneca is?
No.
No.
Do you know Habib?
I don't.
Okay, but you said you know what Stoicism is, right?
Yep.
Okay, bet. I talk about Stoicism a lot in this because a lot of weight loss, fitness journey, whatever it is, it's all mindset. And everyone here knows that it's really all mindset. And Stoicism is really big on perspective shifting, on how to view like a situation, right? So one thing that really has spoken to me in my life was we suffer more in imagination than we do in reality. And that's what Seneca said. And that really opened my eyes to taking a moment to just pause, look at the situation in front of me, and try and find like the positive in it. And I know that sounds very cliche because it is, but there's so much truth behind it, right? So I want to talk specifically about what everyone is going to expect in their own fitness goals. And some of you guys have already gone through this. Habib, we were actually talking about this yesterday on our call. Can you tell them that story about what your family said to you as you were losing weight?
So the first time when I did it, when I did it incorrectly, I guess is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
My family, at first, it was nice because they saw me doing making better choices.
Mm-hmm.
But I started losing a lot of weight really quick, and after a while, they were like, "Okay, when is this gonna stop? Like this looks, almost unhealthy." And I think it's the biggest thing is like just them noticing me going from one state of physical being to like another state that I've never been in. They're like, this looks almost, I guess, unhealthy. And the way I was doing it, yeah, it was unhealthy. So they did have a valid point. But at the same time, I think they were sort of uncomfortable with me sort of changing so much. Because I think even if I did it correctly, it would kind of still have the same level of response.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're in a colored household, which everyone here is, you're gonna hear feedback from your family. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so that is actually something we're gonna touch upon that and why that's the case. Daniel, you actually have had a lot of support from what you've told me. Like your family is like, bro, we got you. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Like, so you're like an exception to the rule, what you would call it. But oh wait, hold on. But you did get some negative feedback from one of your coworkers. I know you're busy right now, so you don't have to tell the details of the details. But do you want to tell Habib and everyone else like what happened to you when you were tracking your food that one day?
Yeah, he was just I guess he came up to me asking me why I was tracking my food. Since I use the app and I track it and I used to weigh the food in the beginning. But pretty much like he just came up to me saying that, he had tried the same thing and all that stuff, but he didn't see the results or he wasn't dropping stuff like that. So he was just saying like, why was I wasting my time doing that? And I just told him, well, it's been working for me and I'm seeing the results. But the biggest thing I told him, I was like, were you being consistent? I was like, if you're not being consistent, then you're not going to see the results if you're only doing it for like a week or two and that's it. After that, I just told him like, change this, change that, try this. And then literally, what was it, like 2 weeks ago? He came back to me. He was like, you know what? I tried your method and it worked out. I lost 10 pounds.
Bro. Exactly. All right. Salim, have you had comments or anything? Or are you another exception to the rule?
I mean, yeah, no. I mean, I feel like, yeah, my circle is very supportive and is fully, team improve yourself. So I haven't had much pushback and, everyone kind of wishes for that success. And, they're non-judgmental if, you decide to bring that food scale out to a dinner or if you say no to the cupcakes that they specifically brought because they know you like them, like there's no hard feelings there. It is hard sometimes when like sometimes you just want to like relax and like just do whatever, but they it doesn't affect them whether you do or you don't. They're just my circle's been very supportive, so no, I haven't run into that much.
That's good. That's actually really good because that helps a lot with the journey. me personally, when I started my weight loss journey and getting in better shape, I got so much, not like hate from like my circle, but it was, if anything, it was more so from like people that weren't in my circle that started commenting on me. Like, why
was it?
Why are you tracking your food and everything? And after I took a second to like look back and be like, why are they commenting on me? And I really broke down, I guess, like the mindset I used to have prior to, which is why it wasn't getting the results I was getting. So then now when I changed my perspective on the approaches to continuing getting better physically, then I understood where they were coming from because I was finally on the other side rather than like being on their side. So this is why I want to talk about mindset and how everything is literally just perspective when it comes to weight loss. So when you continue on your fitness journey, some of us have already experienced it, where like people are going to just share their opinions about what you're doing, even if you didn't ask for them. Or they'll throw like slight jabs at you, One of our guys here, Anderson, he's not here right now, but he would track his food at his job, and his coworkers would tease him and say, "Oh, look at you! Like you're so good for tracking your food." And he felt embarrassed to do that, so he stopped doing it. And then we had like a talk like this, which I'm about to have with you guys, literally just shifting the perspective around what people say to you is actually what's going to not allow those comments to have so much power onto you. Because at the end of the day, it's your weight loss journey, it's your fitness goals. What other people's opinions that are not in support of it is irrelevant. So first, some comments that you will hear is, I actually just mentioned this. People will comment on you being meticulous. Like, oh, look, he's tracking his food. Oh, you youngsters, especially older people, like people in their probably 50s, 60s, mid-40s will say you youngsters are taking it seriously. Or, Habib, what you just said, when will you stop?
Yeah.
Like, actually, Habib, that YouTube video I sent you, the girl in that YouTube video, a previous client of mine, her family said the same thing. Like, when will you stop? And you told me that you related to that, especially because it's like, I actually kind of just like want to keep going. Like this is like the improvement is addicting now.
Yeah.
You know? So a perspective shift that I took from that, shout out to my boy Seneca, teaching me on perspective. When people say, oh, look, he's tracking his food, like saying it in like a condescending way, I took it as these are the battle cries of mediocrity. And why do I say that? Because, bro, the average American is like what's the, I think it's like the average body fat percentage for an American is like 30% body fat, something along the lines. And that's the majority of their lives. So I'm like, so when I took a second back, I was like, this person who's commenting on me, I look at them and I would never want to trade places with their bodies. So why would I allow their opinions, their way of thinking, to dictate my decisions, my way of thinking? Because my decision and my way of thinking has gotten me what I've gotten today. It's almost like, taking fitness aside from this, it's like taking advice from someone. Hey, Celine, can you mute yourself real quick?
Is it my thing's that loud?
Yeah. Oh, you're good, bro. You're good now. Habib?
I think I fixed it. That's why I switched to here.
Awesome.
There we
I just hear an echo in the back. So you can mute it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, taking fitness aside from this, it's like, would you ever take financial advice from a homeless person? Like anyone? Like really think about it. No, right? So when people comment on me or people comment on y'all on what you're doing to get the results you're getting, just take a second to look at it and say, if this person, I would not want to trade bodies with them. So their opinion is irrelevant. It has nothing to do with me because their way of thinking and their decision making is what got them there. I do not want to listen to that and then end up there. So when people comment on you, look at who's commenting on you and literally ask yourself, would you trade bodies with them? That's number one. Number two, as you guys continue getting these results, people are still going to comment. as you're proving them wrong. One of the comments that my clients have gotten is like, are you on Ozempic? I've gotten comments on steroid accusations. And here are the screenshots. I can imagine being on steroids as the person below me trained for 5 years. Genetics? No, it's steroids. I've been training hard for 5 years. Habib, you've known me for 10 years. You know I've been working out since then. Bro. I get more comments from people. Like, seriously, like showing me the needle emoji on my Instagram. And this is probably my favorite one. I put my own before and after pictures. And this person said, oh, well, it's 2 different photos. It's 2 different lightings and it's 2 different poses. And one thing is this. Notice how every one of these guys doesn't have like an actual profile picture. They're hiding behind lenses, like a virtual lens basically, or a virtual wall. So when people accuse you of cheating, when people accuse you of getting the results that they want, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, because everyone knows, like, the information is out there. The difference is that you guys have decided to take a step further and seek guidance from someone that's in the position that you guys want to be in. All right. And that already in itself is a shift in mindset and a way of thinking that doesn't keep people stuck. Like think about it. When you start a new job, Do you tell the person that hired you, yeah, my man, I'm gonna figure this job out on my own? Or do you have someone training you so that way they can show you the ropes? Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So as you guys get results from the guidance, people are gonna think you got a cheat code. People are gonna think you got an easy way out. So you'll hear things like, "Are you on Ozempic? What steroids are you? Like, what's your secret?" Because they couldn't fathom. This is the positive perspective, by the way. They are imposing their limiting beliefs onto you because you are doing something that they were not willing to do. That's all it is. That's all it is. Second thing, they could not fathom doing the things that everyone in this call does. They could not fathom it. So they believe because they couldn't fathom it, no one else can either. So when they do see other people fathoming it, tracking your food, getting your steps in, saying no, going out and ordering the things that are going to suit your fitness goals best, while everyone around you is, I don't know, getting fucked up, ordering 5, 6, 7, 8 drinks or whatever, or ordering 2 plates of dessert right off the bat, whatever, and you're the dude saying no, people are going to ask you, people will then say things like, one time won't hurt you. Oh, you're not fun anymore. You're obsessed. You're doing too much. They just can't fathom that other people can do things that they were not willing to fathom. So they're going to think there's something wrong with him. No. I couldn't do it. So how could he? How could she? It's all limiting beliefs. So this leads to my third point. Okay, and again, bro, like they're gonna accuse you. They're going to accuse you of shit. Like you found a cheat code. Like no, bro, it's actually hard work, dog. It's hard work. So this leads to my third point, right? You know, people will try to pull you away from your goals, and I kind of just like intertwined the second and the third point. Is that as you're being the one that's disciplined and showing everyone that you're the one disciplined, while everyone knows, like, damn, like he's not drinking, he's not ordering the desserts, he's not doing any of that. They're going to say, bro, come on, like one time won't hurt you. You're doing too much. Like you're obsessed. It's Friday. It's the event. You know, they're going to justify for you why you should not continue pursuing your goals. So then the positive shift that I had to take, and I want you guys to take away with this too, is, you know what? If people comment on me being obsessed, I hope that that's the vibe I'm giving. Like for you guys, I hope that when I'm out here working with y'all and you guys are out in your own world, I hope that people say, wow, Eduardo's guys, bro, they're obsessed with their goals. That's a fucking compliment, yo. Like, that is literally a compliment. Number 2, when they say one time won't hurt you, bruh. One time has hurt me, bro, because it leads to 2, then 4, then 6. And then what happens? You start back on Monday. Oh, I just start back on Monday. And then that cycle repeats. And then the last point I want is, you know, they're not used to the new you, because to lose the weight, to add on muscle, to make this a whole lifestyle, for all of you guys were not the same people when you first entered the program, guys. Like, none of you were. Like, your way of thinking, your perspective shifting, like it is so different from the first time I talked to every single one of you. So when other people comment on you, is because they're used to seeing the past version of you and the past version of the past way of thinking, the past behaviors. When they see something new, they're just not used to this new version of you. It's uncomfortable to an extent, because they're like, damn, like, who was the person I knew? Yeah, there's some truth to that. I'm not the same person. I move different. I think differently. I view I view food differently. I view social occasions differently now. I view my time differently. Like I've had, like just last week, I remember I checked in on one of my clients. His name was Ricardo, and it was 11 p.m. and I was like, "Yo, where's your workout?" And he's like, "I haven't hit it." And I was like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm out with my friends right now." Now I'm not saying you got to do this, like, but I was like, "Bro, you skipping today? Is that in line with the person you said you want to be?" And he was like, "No, it wasn't. It's not." I was like, "Okay, what decision would that version of you make right now?" He left his social function and went and worked out. And he said he was proud that he put his current, how want to say, he made a new decision that the old version of him would never make. He left his social function to go work out because he wanted to hold himself to a higher standard. And he said in the moment leaving, it sucked. But once he got in the car and left and knew he was on his way to go do his workout, he was like, "Dude, I was so proud of myself. I never thought I could do that." So again, when other people comment, and even you'll feel it too. You'll feel a little bit of uncomfortableness because you're not used to this new version of you. Other people are not used to this new version of you. So the real friends will support you. Danny, Celine, you guys have a great support system. I'm jealous. And the ones that don't support you, bro, they're not your real friends to begin with. Danny, I specifically remember you saying that when you got rid of alcohol, he's driving right now, so I'll just speak for him. When he got rid of alcohol, like friends like stopped hanging out with him because he was now a new person, a person that doesn't drink. So therefore, they were not used to this new version of him. They're like, like we don't have the same values anymore. So we're just life is just gonna part ways. So that's what I wanted to discuss today with y'all. All right. As you continue in all of your weight loss journeys and fitness goals, people are gonna comment. People will think you're cheating, and people will try and pull you away from your goals. Whatever people, no matter where this happens, just know that when they speak about you, it's just them speaking about their mediocrity levels and imposing their mediocre beliefs onto you. If they think you're cheating, they're just imposing limiting beliefs onto you because they weren't willing to do the work that you're willing to put in. So they can't fathom other people doing it. And then the last thing is that if people call you obsessed, I hope that they do. That is a compliment. If you pull out a food scale, or if you're like, "No, I'm not drinking today," like I'm on a fitness journey, they're like, "Bro, you're obsessed." Be like, "Thank you. I am." You're not. Okay, you don't gotta go all that, but like, but I was, but honestly, I'd be like, "Thank you," and then they look at you like, "Damn." That's it, boys. That's the topic. Now I'm just gonna like open the floor to everyone. What are your comments? What are your feelings? Open discussion right now.
I definitely felt what you meant in the story with when someone went through with their coworkers when they said, "Oh, making fun of them." And I definitely felt that at work. Like, for instance, I was out in Harrisonburg once, and we were on site. I remember during lunch they would bring in food, like amazing food, and the company would pay for it. But instead of eating that, I would have like my own apple and banana, and that would be my lunch. And I would just sit there and eat that. And I remember, like, even after a couple of days of this, they started making fun of me. They're like, "Oh, well, I'm not like Khabib. I'm not gonna have half a banana, and that's my entire meal." Obviously, they didn't mean it like in a mean way or anything. It wasn't mean spirited, but it was just sort of funny to me that like everyone noticed that, and they're like, "You're just trying to make us look bad. You're just having one thing instead of all these crepes and things." I'm like, okay, see how it is.
See, bro, like they're accusing you of making them look bad.
Yeah, and I was like, and after that, actually, I started going. I left the room to eat outside while like going for a walk or something, and then they were like, "Oh, now he's eating it outside. Now he's even better than us. Like, he doesn't even want to make us feel bad." And I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do here?
bro.
Eventually, near the end, I will be honest, I kind of gave in and I did eat whenever they bought in like the food. So, like, gave into the peer pressure, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, dog. And like that's them. But the third point I mentioned is that people will try and pull you away from your goals. And that's a learning experience for you because it's gonna happen again. Now you're gonna know, oh, this person is pulling me away from my goals. Like I don't think they're intentionally thinking like, oh, I'm gonna pull him away from his goals. I don't think they're like thinking that, but they do. So I feel like it's almost like a subconscious thing. They're gonna throw jabs at you because you're holding a mirror to their lack of, I'm gonna say, I feel like lack of discipline is a very oversaturated phrase, but I can't think of another word. But yeah, it's their lack of discipline because they want to do what you were doing, Habib. But the difference was you were willing to do it, they just weren't. That was all it was. Let's see. Daniel, do you have any comments, questions, or open discussion right now for like the last minutes?
Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Very good.
No, I mean, just to kind of piggyback on what you said, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, like I told you in the previous meetings we had, I think a lot of it comes down to you focusing and not mattering what other people tell you. Because, like I said, if you start letting people influence you and making other decisions, you know, like, or making you feel bad, like it does affect your personal goals, your personal mentality, the way you think of stuff. So I think like you just have to lock in and literally just focus on what your goals are. You know, it does sound selfish at times to say that, but sometimes being selfish is the best thing you can do to help your situation.
Exactly. Completely agree. That. All right, my boys, that concludes our call today. Have a blessed Sunday. Have a blessed rest of your week. All right, let's continue our goals. And Habib, I will actually talk to you right now. So we're gonna end the call.
Give me like 2 minutes or so, and I'll come back and use the restroom.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll just wait in the call then while you use the restroom. All right, bet. All right, boys, have a good one. Have a great rest of your week. Blessings.
See ya.
If you're a first-generation Latino man that works in corporate and wants to be the best version of himself, not just for himself, but for his family, and for the family that he knows he's going to have in the future, click the link in the description below, book a call, we can talk, and I can see if I can help you.